There, Nicholson, such a threat as a roller last season with Bowie on the team. No Bowie this year, haven't seen it as much, but with his size, just throw it up there and let him go get it.
Robbie talked about the grinding heart of the pace. We expect to see Fox score their first bucket, kicks it out. Now they have 10 to shoot, but these are two of the lowest three scoring teams in the Big Ten. Minnesota last and Northwestern 16th. Dawson Garcia. First three of the game.
That is so tough right there. That step through impressive, but finishing with the right, the offhand there. Garcia's waiting on him on the other side, and he just goes with that offhand. Beautiful move by Nick Martinelli.
Impossible step through right there.
No question.
He scored in a number of ways to the basket like he just did, and also the pull-ups today. Three ball open, and Mike Mitchell 13 points. You also have Clayton with 11.
How about Martinelli? 2 games against Minnesota. He goes for 29 and 28. He likes this matchup.
Garcia guarded by Martinelli, and that'll put him up.
Play in the open floor, make things happen, use his size. Nice job of keeping his balance, keeping his head to the rim and going glass.
One of the seniors honored here today, 5th-year senior, 2nd year in this program for Williams. There's Garcia, and maybe that'll get him on track.
They need him.
Ben Johnson was very animated, not happy with how they tried to break the press there.
You're just hanging Femi Odukale out to dry.
Odukale gives it up. Garcia right down Broadway.
Like that action. Boy, you set that ball screen, but then
both teams 7 and 12 in the league, looking for one more win before the Big Ten tournament. Bailey was looking for the ball.
What a play by Odukale.
How about that feed? And Mitchell knew what to do with it.
It can't be denied. They're not going to let him be. It's just an ISO clear on a pretty good defense.
But good feed, Odukale to Mitchell.
Really good decision there.
And Rigsby. Winter trying to post up Patterson. Instead it's Blackwell. No. And off the tip, it's Mitchell. Fox goes baseline, reverses, and scores on senior night.
The floor doesn't feel good.
Minnesota ball. 8.4 to go. Garcia.
The three that hasn't been kind to him, most notably last time out against Michigan, 0 of 5 from deep.
The last 2 games, 3 for 20 overall from the field. His strength is what we saw there. Mitchell blocked off on the baseline. Dawson Garcia yet to get a touch. Odukale working against Hoiberg. There's that double. Entry inside. Mitchell cleans that one up. And been that kind of half for Nebraska. Here's Patterson. Elbow jumper is good. Lakai Patterson
Side of the floor will be beneficial as this half unfolds.
Gel from the corner. Since his return from the ankle injury at Ohio State, he is 0 for 15. Arguably played one of his best games as a Husker against the Buckeyes and hasn't hit a shot since his return. Odukale. He'll back it out to Garcia, and Dawson Garcia is on the board. And if you're Fred Hoiberg,
It's just enough of a rub there from Morgan, which allows him to get his feet under him and knock down the triple.
Now the Huskers down 13. Gophers going to work. Patterson. Now Odukale. Patterson leads in for 2.
And you
Odukale.
nice help by Williams.
Rigsby the open man. And that 3 falls. What a shot.
When you're a little bit tired, the easiest thing to do is to raise up for a 3 instead of trying to beat a guy off the bounce who's going to body you up. Martinelli's just got to give it up in that scenario.
Isaac Asima with it. Fox out to set the screen. Odukale. Odukale with the last-second pass into Fox, and Fox the reversal.
Brush screen to get Clayton a clean look from the wing area. Nice execution by the Wildcats.
Mike Mitchell to Patterson. Patterson kicks it to Fox. Odukale with Odukale back down to Fox. Fox with the pump fake and the reversal.
You know, he's a stalwart defensively. You don't have to run plays for him. He can score when given an opportunity, but he's often overlooked in the recent success for Northwestern.
A 7-0 Wildcat run gives them their biggest lead as Fox.
Beautiful feed from KJ Wendell. The margin of error in this league is so thin. When you have an opportunity, you got to cut people off and limit them to one opportunity.
Asima flashing into the lane and gets the two.
Gonna get his looks because he's on the floor all the time. Does an outstanding job.
Some of those unconventional twos that he takes just find their way into the basket. Garcia finding his way into the basket.
To beat the Badgers.
I mean, when I say we were watching, we were just score watching on the banner here. We're, of course, watching our own game that's happening in front of us. I don't want to concern too many people. Dawson Garcia spinning baseline. What a move.
And what?
From three-point territory here today.
You talked about Minnesota had their scoring drought. Now Penn State about 2 minutes and 20 seconds where they have not scored. Can Minnesota gap them with this?
Say that in Williams Arena, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Stephen Bardo, Lisa Byington with you. It's the second meeting in about 18 days between these two teams. Minnesota won the first meeting February 4th. In fact, they've won the last 3 meetings of this series. As Dawson Garcia sees that double team, gets out of it to Mitchell. Passes up the three-pointer. Patterson back to Garcia. Whips the pass. How about ball movement? Parker Fox with
just staying with it. Utilizing his size advantage, his length. Nice initial move and then follow up.
For a guy for the first time in his career averaging double figures, he averages about 12. He's at 20 here this afternoon. Asima driving. He's got a couple of those.
Rattles it in. That's where Minnesota dominated USC the other day. They had 36 paint points. They got none in 10 minutes.
That's the other thing. And that's why I wondered aloud earlier about Patterson and Mitchell and these guys getting downhill and getting into the paint. UCLA just doesn't allow that. Person with Mara being the high guy and Bilodeau being the low guy.
Minnesota's done a good job on some of those high passes to Mara underneath. But can they find some offense? Another good look. Mitchell. And this one goes down. How many hockey player matchups do you get in college basketball?
None.
Good finish from Patterson.
In a game like this, and there's a lot of stoppages, it's hard for any team to get into a rhythm, free-flowing, that kind of thing. But it does seem like both teams are trying to put more pressure on the defense.
Mitchell hits the three.
Yeah, which a lot of the time is in the paint, just having trouble finishing some of these plays at the rim.
Odukale. Tough shot for Patterson, and it goes down.
For the Illini, Dawson Garcia for the Gophers, and we're underway at the Barn, Minnesota basketball. Kai Patterson. Now Femi Odukale. Here's Garcia. He'll pop for 3. Good start for the Gophers.
Didn't put it down around the knees. He put it up high. Nice job by Ivicic of diving when the opportunity presented itself.
So far, all of Minnesota points coming from the three-point line. That's a 2 for 6. It's a game high 15. Odukale with the switch to Fox. One of the best in the Big Ten at doing that. And
Odukale has to take off that armbar. That might have given him another opportunity to turn and face and maybe dribble drive, but that does not diminish the physicality put forth there by Odukale.
Patterson looking for an angle against Humbrick House, and Makai Patterson on time.
Now 8 of 13 from 3. So they have been far more judicious with their use of the three-point shot. This is a team for
2 fouls. With under 90 seconds to go in the first half. Dawson Garcia just 4 points for Minnesota. Remember, he has scored 20 in 7 straight games. Inside, Patterson, what a find! 7-game stretch. But Minnesota's really been struggling to find that second score, so they need him on the floor, but they also need him to score here in the second half. Odukale breaks the pressure. Fox from the baseline.
Wilhelm Breidenbach will do it for the Huskies, and we're underway from the barn. Minnesota starts with possession.
Need to get it done defensively today. Expect them to mix up their defenses, show off-ball screens, maybe a little 1-3-1, but this is the matchup right here. How are these two going to go at each other?
Here is that matchup. Garcia goes baseline.
A lot of offensive production without Dawson Garcia. He's got 5 points, 3 assists. So where do they go here? It's Femi Odukale.
Mitchell boy kept on, went up, and Mitchell stayed down. He'll flex.
Big dog goes and gets it.
Third offensive rebound for the Gophers all game long. Garcia for 2.
For Dawson Garcia down there, so I would imagine they're going right to him.
17 fouls apiece. Bonus for both teams the rest of the way. Patterson draws 2 defenders for a moment. Odukale attacks. Garcia off the glass. Yes.
That needs to change in a hurry.
No doubt. With Dawson Garcia off the floor, the question kind of is with this lineup, who is the guy that's going to be able to score points?
Odukale with it now. Minnesota hasn't scored in 3.5 minutes. They launch the 3, and there's a connection from Isaac.
Long, shoot that thing with some confidence.
Minnesota came to town as the only Big Ten team averaging less than 70 points per game, and looking the part here as they're still in single digits.
Nice curl.
There you go. Dawson Garcia's first bucket.
And I think that he is one of the better freshmen in this league, and that's saying something because you got Ace Bailey, you got Dylan Harper, you got Derek Queen. Chase Richardson certainly is going to be a factor on that all Big Ten freshman team.
Odukale, Garcia, his third bucket.
Final.
Garcia, good pass to him. He has 4 baskets. And Fiddler, rebound. Akins, 3.
Out of control for Akins on that dribble drive. You know he's trying to make something happen and kind of find his offense, but I don't love the 1-foot pull-up. Fiddler got him a good look from 3.
Fiddler got away with a bump. Nope.
Here's Biddle in the post on Garcia. Hook shot rolls out. That is a fun matchup to watch today. Tons of energy in the barn to start. Garcia got it. For Jadrian Tracy in Oregon.
How about the job by Biddle of turning and facing the double team, and if he turns his back, there's no way he's going to be able to see the cutter.
Oregon hasn't gotten out to great starts so far in Big Ten play. They've been more of a second half team, trying to hang on here early in the barn. Mitchell deep 3. Oh, the third level of the barn there.
And Evans, who did a good job when he had the primary defensive assignment on Dawson Garcia, is now isolated on him here in the near corner.
Garcia posting. Odukale feeds. Under 10 to shoot. 7 on the game clock. Bounce it Odukale. Back to Garcia. Deep 3. Shellstack lost it. Here comes Garcia.
To the rim. And showed some great strength and cutting with the purpose. He bailed out his teammate there by cutting hard.
And Osimo with a good defensive play for the Gophers to take it right back. 4-point Minnesota lead. Odukale. Shot clock at 15. Over his shoulder to Fox, who goes.
The post players who are rotating in about every 5 or 6 minutes for Minnesota have worked extremely hard in terms of getting in front of the post and forcing a ball reversal.
Quick shot by Sanford off the inbound. Missed. Minnesota to work in their end. Garcia with the 3. And Minnesota.
That has been employed by Minnesota has taken away easy opportunities for Freeman. So offensively, for large parts of this ball game so far,
The Iowa Hawkeyes and their high-octane offense has been stymied.
Odukale driving it down to Mitchell for an easy two. Minnesota with a basketball. Odukale on his fourth school. He's been at New Mexico State. He's been at Seton Hall. He's been at Pitt. Playing a huge role tonight for Minnesota. Odukale has to get rid of it to Patterson. But again, shot clock under 10. Been a common theme tonight. Here's Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Odukale looking inside. Tough feed and a great catch and finish. Wolf, good fake. And now throws it up into the hands of the Gophers. Garcia up ahead, throws it down. Points off turnovers. It didn't just happen overnight.
No, and that's a great example. Instead of getting to the rim with the floater, he would have stopped earlier and had a 10-footer. Instead, he gets to the rim closer, and look at the result.
Mitchell over Golden. Largest lead that the Wolverines have had all night. Michigan tonight seeking its 100th win lifetime against Minnesota. As Garcia knocks down the bucket in 13 minutes of playing time in this first half. Alone tonight. Mitchell, baseline jumper, yes. Odukale to a cutting Garcia. Goes up 2 more. Wolf to Gale Jr. to Cheddar. And the lead is back up to 6. Important trip here for Minnesota. Odukale trying to beat Wolf off the dribble. Mitchell again. We just talked about how important that Frank Mitchell was appealing in the portal. His ability to rebound hasn't been there much this season. Not the case tonight. 6 important rebounds. Mitchell baseline J. Smooth.
He's been 4th season for Ben Johnson, coaching at his alma mater, looking for his first win against Wisconsin. And that's a good jump shot for 2 up and 2 down here to start the game between Minnesota and Wisconsin. They'll play twice this season. Next matchup will be in Minneapolis on March 5th.
And these teams should always play twice. I know there's an unbalanced schedule. I understand that, but you want to try to make rivalries. You got to get them twice a season.
Important, especially in the expanded Big Ten, to preserve those rivalries.
I totally agree.
That's Patterson, who launches a 3 and hits. That's the shot. Conjay 6th in the Big Ten in points per game as Stephen Crowell misses. Guarded by Parker Fox, and here comes Dawson Garcia, one of the top scorers in the Big Ten as well, leading the Gophers. He's got it now, and he lays it in past the outstretch.
He was 18 years old, that size, on the ice.
He's from Toronto, so he didn't have a choice growing up in Canada. He had to play hockey.
Oh, I get it.
I feel bad for the rim.
He is very capable of putting it on the deck and going and making a play. And because he's going to get run off the line, he's going to have to do that time and time again. But it's always good to get an easy one as a shooter early to go down.
See what the Gophers can do, Nick, on this end of the floor. Dead last in the Big Ten, scoring at just 67 points per game. Late clock, Femi Odukale with 3. With 2, late finds Parker Fox and just in time.
He doesn't need to hunt threes. I'm not saying to stop being aggressive, to shoot threes, because he's elite in that category, but he's got to trust that the good ones are going to come.
Here's Patterson attacking and scoring.
devoured the offensive glass. Now Will Thomas, their top three-point shooter, misses on his first attempt of the afternoon. And we are scoreless, 1 minute gone by here in Minneapolis.
And Will Thomas is a great three-point shooter. He's got to knock down those open threes if they have any chance to stay with it in this game.
Parker Fox will on the right.
He gets postered.
Rob Lawson called for his first foul of the basketball game. Now here's Mike Mitchell, top three-point shooter for the Gophers, and he buries his first.
Open look. He's going to find his rhythm and drill it. That's too open right there for number 2.
At a young age, played in the St. Cloud area north of here. And now Minnesota with Odukale leading the charge, coming back the other way, and Brennan Rigsby lays it up and in.
Mike Woodson described as a disaster as Fox forces the turnover. Now Mitchell the other way hits the three. So
ball in his blood. His dad Byron played for North Carolina State and George Mason between 88 and 92 during my time.
Played for the great Joe Wooten in high school, the son of the even greater Morgan Wooten, one of the all-time legendary high school basketball coaches as Fox. Here's Rice over Garcia. That doesn't go. And Mitchell's got it for Minnesota. Odukale now. Here's Garcia, and he gets 2.
To keep them honest.
Garcia, 2 on.
Garcia, can he answer? Around, and no, but there's Odukale doing work on the offensive end. Mitchell now. Mitchell gets the point.
Freeman guarded by Garcia. Step back jumper is way off. Rebound Odukale pushing up to Garcia, who gets the easy finish.
He's a much bigger guy, so for Odukale to take that bump and retain good defensive position, really great job from him there.
Odukale uses the Fox screen, great roll, and the slam from Parker Fox.
Basket does not count.
Garcia back to Patterson. Handoff to Odukale. Rigsby will get a wide open look and drains it. Ruzan will take a jumper of his own. That one will be 2. Just his second bucket of the afternoon. Odukale. Garcia will take the jumper and drains it. Thomas loses control of the ball but is able to kick it out. And the 3 from Willoughby is no good. Odukale will push the pace the other way. Out to Rigsby. The triple drains it.
Mitchell on the bench with 2 fouls. Reed lines that one up. Tapped out by Spillers, but he has gotten his hand on almost every loose basketball on that end of the floor in the first. Odukale shovels to Edmonds, so consecutive buckets. Figure scorer. Damien, he's got the 5 20-point games already. Harlan Beverly wants 3, offline that time. And so Minnesota, after coughing it up, trying to run some stuff.
Kevin, keep your eye on the ball screens here. Both of these teams like to hard hedge, and both coaches talked about trying to take advantage of the ball screens in their shoot-arounds.
How about Frank Mitchell? So Lakai Patterson, number 25 in the gold. He has initiated the offense for most of this season with Mitchell sidelined. And maybe a key for Minnesota is, can they get out and push the ball a little more today? Garcia's got a mismatch. Count it! And the foul. Frank Mitchell, by the way, has 6 points, but he just picked up his second foul. Here comes Osama after Fox knocked that pass away. So Osama moves it back out. Osama opens, sets the feet, and a 4-star.
Right out of the timeout by Coach Paul Mills. And excellent execution.
So Wichita snaps the 7-0 Minnesota run. Frank Mitchell off the floor for the Gophers. He's got the 2 first-half fouls. Odukale to Fox. Jams it. Wichita State only plays a couple of bigs, Bosniak and Ballard, but at times they have done some good work defensively at the rim. This time Bosniak throws it away. Patterson gets his man in the air. Patterson knocks it down. Bell driving kick. Justin Hill. That's long. It looked like it was on line, just a bit strong. Minnesota now will run its stuff. Odukale hits the cutting Parker Fox. 6'9", 240-pound. Of course, we need some post depth. And it was Beverly, to your point, who stepped up. I think you would have had a handful. I'd like to think that. If they saw you, they knew your numbers. It's a one-point game, Damien. Semifinal number 1. Odukale gets the double, picks up the dribble. 2 to shoot. Patterson just has to fire. Oh, Patterson! Cortez now stretches the run, and they've got only 5 points here in the overtime period. They're up by 5. Surprisingly, largest lead of the day for either team in a tightly contested first semi. Odukale a little loose with it, recovers. He's got the big man shadowing him. He steps back behind the line. Odukale to Fox.
Big time at home. Back up to a 3-point lead. Here's Patterson. Garcia for Odukale, still looking for his first points here in this one. Drives, Asma, why not try it again? And he makes it again! Asma, and he gets a right-handed finish. Jacoby Hetty gets it to go, give him 6. Central Michigan back in front, 43-41. Patterson directs traffic. Asma for Fox. Odukale near side. Asma. Entry to the post, immediate double from Pritchard. Odukale, nice touch pass. Fox gets it to go.
And he knocks down both. Only missed 1 free throw all year. Largest lead for the Vikings tonight at 5. Fox, the lane opens. Oh, flight 23. Here at the... He's saying the same thing. Parker Fox, after an outstanding first half, checks in for Minnesota. Odukale finds Fox underneath. 2 more.
Really well done there.
Robinson forced it down low. Fox the hands.
And that's why Fox is in there. Because that high ball screen in the first part of this ball game was really a problem for the Golden Gophers, and he took that away.
Trying to stop a 2-minute scoring drought.
This out earlier. At the rim field goal percentage tilts way up. And there's an example of UIC and Chicago in a 12-point game. So Yale has been in all of the games they've played. And they have a 10-point lead to start the second half here, as Minnesota tries to get rolling. We saw Frank Mitchell in the first few minutes of the first half really provide a lot down low, and then it wasn't much after that from Mitchell. Garcia goes underneath, and
they're into double figures is Rondell Walker.
Just a great attack by Walker, not backing down, and they're going at Mitchell. There's several players are matching his energy.
Garcia, another left wing 3. He's true. Walker into the game with Atten Wright. The cutting Edmonds gets the ball away and finishes. Count it. And would have been a nice treat tomorrow. (38-34), 9:18 to play. Patterson. Parker Fox posting up. Faces, shimmy shake baseline. Odukale lobs, Garcia at the shot.
Defense, that's a very strong team under the net, and letting that one up is sort of uncharacteristic for how they're looking to play this non-conference slate.
The three transfers touch the ball first on this possession, and Odukale has it now on the wing. Dumps it off. Edmonds throws it down. Robinson launches and rebounded by Odukale on the backside, and he'll bring it up. Two-man game with him and Edmonds, but up top is Dawson Garcia, and he fires another one and gets the board. Backdoor cut, Betts to the rim, finishes, counted and the foul.
But they haven't quite fought back with the same adjustments that Oral Roberts has made.
And after going cold, shooting 25% from the floor in the first 10 minutes, they've made 5 of their last 7 and added some points at the free throw line as well. Odukale makes the screen, cut, pass, and Fox elevates on the shot clock. Robinson, toughly guarded, gets to his left, can't get it to go off the glass, and Garcia grabs the rebound. Pushing tempo. Odukale kicks it out. Gets it right back. Edmonds shimmy shake, spin, and finish. What a move from the...
Sort of a winning energy right now around Gopher Athletics with how, hockey, both men's and women's, have been doing volleyball in a win streak. And so that's contributed to an overall winning culture that's really helped with momentum.
Yeah, the Gopher football team has won 4 straight for the first time since 2021. And Rigsby keeps the good vibes rolling.